afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to our wondrous one on Holotny Ferma Winter. We shall be watching on one side Jove here fighting for Germany, for the Reich, taking ahead here for the 116th Panzerdivision Winhund, tasked with breaking through the lines and secure the village, whereas we are seeing one over here fighting for the United States of America and the 7th Infantry Division here apparently with support from the 82nd Airborne, striking versus the Krauts, holding the line and ensuring that vital supplies can flow on to other troops in much more dire situations. Reassuring troops immediately also setting up some barbed wire, making a direct approach towards the point here a bit more difficult. Good move there. I mean, barbed wire can in fact just be used for that. I mean, some people like to just use sort of cut off the denied territory, but even just the act of ensuring your opponent can't move in a straight line can actually do a lot for you, since it can force your opponent to have to take, for example, a longer route or stay out in the open for much longer, which is also a nice thing to do. A bit of the same here going on from Jove, though with some noticeably more reinforced steel barricade here. Truck on the move, mine engagement up here, the Volkswagen quickly being rushed into the building, rifleman taking up position as well. Moving ahead here. Sturm Pioneers following up, we're noting a second Volkswagen squad there arriving for Jove. Mine engagement here, the Volkswagen is versus the rifleman, this could work out either way, the rifleman on heavy cover, only 3 Volkswagen can fight at the same time. Rifleman being attacked from several sides. Truck using in there, a bit of dirty play there by Jove. Dirty Joe, you naughty boy. Quickly setting up position in their church. Storm Pioneers are cutting off resources there, and we're noting a 3rd rifleman squad there arriving for once over. Alternating commands by for Jove are breakthrough, Luftwaffe, and scavenge. Rather standard approach here. Truck here trying to sort of drive around here, kicking fire from the church. Rifleman finding away there merrily with M1 Garand. Fighting continues up here, and already note there the Volkswagens are quickly losing out. Rifleman not even down to half health, the Volkswagens only are down 2 men and down to half health, in fact lower. Truck there trying to save the situation, more dirty play there from Joe to try and rectify the situation. And then you go, charging in. Truck being pushed away. Taking back territory there, trying to sort of again keep denying his opponent fuel there. Aggressive play by Joe. More Volkswagens there ramming to probably replace the ones not looking too well or feeling too well there. Truck brushing in, probably trying to deny cover at the same time, taking an awful lot of damage. Needs to be careful there, Joe. Granted, does have an awful lot of health. Volkswagens charging in there, trying to get a bit more damage in up close. And there you go, very low and rifle not looking too good either. He might in fact have to pull back finally. Almost knocking out the truck there, almost. If only had another unit there to fight, he might have been able to get the killing blow in. Lieutenant though is on the way here. Reassuring troops and counting the Volkswagen is up here as well, so 3 Volkswagen squads so far. Pretty standard stuff there from a Jove. A bit of shooting there from the M1 carbines. There were a few variants also made on this weapon, including a fully automatic one, although that only saw action very late in the war and only in very small numbers. There was also basically an infrared sniper version as well, also saw little action in the Second World War, but saw little fun bits there, fun bits. Rifleman reinforcing, Lieutenant still on the way, and there you go, Lieutenant arriving. A bit of resource being flowed there by Joe, but there we go, we are noting now a mechanized headquarters up. Storm Pioneers moving up there, engaging Rifleman at long range. Noting though, they're not really fully in cover, remember cover's directionals right here, they actually exposed the rifleman. There you go, the final gap behind this truck. And 20 following up here for once over. Rifleman falling back there from the Sturm Pioneer, trying to draw them out to the open. Good approach there, once over, good approach. Engaged here by Volksgrenadiere, and again we got the Volkswagens here now a bit more perked up. Others in the north though looking less grand. Looks like they might try to make it into another shed to hide from the American Scourge. There you go, Lieutenant moving up there with Thompsons and BARs. Opening up then the Volksgrenadiere. M20 almost there, almost. Not looking too good for these gentlemen. More units arriving, and there we go. We're actually seeing a Sturmoffizier and Panzerfusilier. So breakthrough has been chosen here. A veteran officer advanced up with some hardened NCOs to accompany him. Opening up then the lieutenant, getting off a few good shots there. No, by the way, the units in this squad actually do the same damage as an Obersoldaten with the rifle there, and that's actually also quite a bit there, not to be neglected. Receiving out just on his own, the Sturmoffizier is actually a pretty tough customer. Right here, the Volkswagen are not looking too good. Low in health, low numbers. Have to get out of there. And there you go, Panzerfusilier up. There they go, Gewehr for the Fries. Also equipped for them. Getting the lieutenant there, not looking too good. Might in fact find themselves executed there amongst the trees. M20 though charging in. The officer remaining in the building. Interestingly, he's not using the officer to actually support the troops. That's a bit of an odd decision there. But I suppose he's just using them as sort of an improvised sentry squad, which is also how they can work. But still a bit odd, a bit odd. Firing the 50 caliber through the windows. No mercy to the crowd. Territory gained. No further anything there from once over at the moment. More troops moving in. Panzerfusilier Volksgrenadiers. Bumping up from the south, but they are coming under here in a nasty fire. Of course, the Volksgrenadiers now perform noticeably better there with the Sturmoffizier inspiring them. Shoots after the head, Dummkopf. At least somewhere can actually hit. At the very least.
Here it comes.
Then the officer will need to retreat and get healed up and such soon enough. And looks like their Puma has arrived for Jove. Also noting an M6 anti-tank mine has all been laid down there. And another on the way there. Good. Actually laying down several mines as soon as he can. Possibly expecting something like this, in fact, from his opponent. Good sharp thinking there. And looks like he's actually switched out crews here. Rear echelon troops in the car while they're moving up the crew here with the bazooka. Again, he seems to have been very much expecting a Puma then. Very much expecting. Very good prediction then by Macho. But then again, I mean, practically, if you do see Panzerfusiliers out, I mean, it's almost a guarantee they will be going for this. So, hardly a surprise there in the end. And looks like the cover there was wrecked by a good bazooka shot there, leaving the Volksgrenadiers out in the open. The officer still inspiring the Volksgrenadiers though to be a bit more impressive, though only a bit. Sort of sneaking back and forth, trying to get off a few shots before the Puma gets off a shot. Crew here continues, and there we go, falls in the Puma a bit back. And aerial drop in as well here from once over. Full paratroop squad inbound. Holding back here with the officer directing from inside the building, safely, comfortably. Not very Sturmoffizier-like. Are you sure you're a Sturmoffizier? Yeah, no, get me some hot chocolate. And some buns. It's cold outside. There we go, he might try to bait him into this M6 mine. That would definitely be the end there of Joe's Schwerer Panzer-Spähwagen, the Puma.
A capture point is being overrun.
One of a series of reconnaissance vehicles Germans used throughout the war. Keeps driving around there. You know, Heinz, I sense something dangerous. Nah, just drive backwards. Und kaputt. There we go. Puma down. Excellent investment there from once over in the end. Excellent investment. I saw the Puma wasted like that. Though Jove is quick to strike out once more. More Panzerfusiliere. Panzerfusiliers were essentially just Panzergrenadiers by another name. Essentially. The only sort of real difference where there might have been sort of infantry named, that would have been the Fusiliers, and that were usually sort of part reconnaissance unit, part elite unit with a German infantry division or Volksgrenadier unit. So, little fun fact there. But there you go, trying to get back here to the officer's range. They're not quite within it to sort of get the bonus. Still wiping out in the open are easy targets here for the... There we go. Somehow got the bonus then all of a sudden. And there you go, airborne moving. Oh, he can't get the light machine guns now. He should get the light machine guns. Get the light machine guns. It looks like he might be trying to get for a grenade there. Nope, there we go. But at the same time moving across in the open here. In particular now the Panzerdivision and Gewehr for the fleet is a bit of a bad idea there. Battle group headquarters up. And there we go. The officer making a very spirited run for it.
We're losing a capture point.
If you get the M20 down here, you could maybe knock out the battle group headquarters before it finishes. Lots of harassment on there. Jove, despite the loss of an early Puma so far, otherwise displaying some decent map control there. Shifting around from time to time. Airborne being pushed out. Not looking too good for those gentlemen. And over here to Joe, and by the way, no giving out as this match is a bit of a long one. There you go, full Scandinavians. Able to reinforce, by the way, due to this presence here, so a strong point here has been established for Joe. Ein Schwerpunkt. Gruppen ready. Also, fun fact about the Sturm officer, whoever they got in pronouncing does not actually know German because he mispronounces cavalry, or cavalry in German. He calls it cavalry. Pretty sure that's not how it goes though. I suppose there might be a German dialect like that, but I'm not sure. Just a little fun fact there. Something I always find a bit silly. Lots of forces hanging back. I mean, Joe could stand to be a bit more storming with the Sturmoffizier. With a bit of fear of the Fasterland into those armies. M20 they're moving up. They're getting up some good shots. They're 50 caliber. Even it's a blizzard. And there's barely any sort of visibility. Punch shake on the way here. M20 might want to be a bit careful, in particular since there's no infantry support nearby. Mine engaging from north, the folks was the difficult to lose out to the lieutenant, who's already got Vetri 2. Force is not doing too well, and there you go, Panzer Schräg up. Good hit there on the M20. Looks like the folks are about to get wiped out. Oh, that could be a nasty loss there for Jove. And Torch, the last man was not even killed by an American, it was killed by the cold. Well, who knows, maybe they sneezed that when he just died anyways. There you go, officer quick to him up to sort of support. So he might want to get into the heat. Either way, the folks should perform better under the supervision of the officer. And of course, so should the Panzerfusiliers. Airborne wing in there with the Brownings opening up here on the old infantry assembled. Nice hit there from Jürgen with his Panzer Schräg. Knocked out an American like that. Down to one man, a lone runner.
The weather is cleared. Return to normal operations.
A lone runner. Otherwise, slowly building up here. I mean, we're seeing sort of aggressive harassment, but the most fighting now seems to be sort of sending towards the center. No sign of armor here from him. No, there we go. Major on the way for once over. No question, of course, is what will Joe be going for, noting the Volksmann is and a Raketenwerfer. Also trading munitions for fuel. Could be aiming for more Pumas. A Stuka zu Fuß, maybe? Or is it a quick follow-up with a Schwerer Panzer at quarters and then aiming straight for a Panther, which might be an idea. But again, centering everything on the center, sort of making it difficult to sort of move on, having to sort of take longer routes around the edges. Not a bad idea as such by Joe there. And here we go, we could see the lieutenant going down, caught in a lot of fire there from the officer-lit Volksgruppe and the Panzerfusiliers. We'll give here for the freeze. It looks like the lieutenant manages a heroic retreat right there, or at least one that does not involve, well, his men getting killed anyway, since he's not alive. Airborne moving forwards. Veterans, the three Volksgruppe holding up things there, alright. Sorry about that. The force is holding up quite well. Slow advance there, and a tank gun air dropped in, by the way. Also, what airborne can do well, I mean, it basically ensures you don't have to get the captain to get anti-tank guns in. And also a forward position here. Good job there with the Major and the ambulance. And another M20 mine up there. Good, good. He's protecting himself against enemy vehicle barrages. Sorry about that. Seems I did not drink something properly. And there you go, airborne flanking in there with their Browning light machine guns, tearing into those krauts. The Browning there also more or less close to a World War I era weapon. I think it came out 1 year after. They actually modified it during World War II to sort of try and be more similar to the MG34 and MG42, which were rather good examples of what we know in the medium machine gun, or well, multi-purpose machine gun anyways. But there you go, grenades getting exchanged. Looks like there was a backed up attempt there, but our way. Nice grenade there from the airborne. The cover there was wrecked. Meanwhile, another mine engagement. We have the lieutenant forcing up an assault there. Officer too late to support the false grenadiers, and the M20 basically seals the deal. But good job there, making harassment moves with the M20 instead of trying to bash it in where the enemy is sort of best prepared. Instead, using the M20 to sort of break through where the enemy's defenses are lighter, where it also has a chance of doing more damage. So good thinking there by once over. Still Pioneers forced away. And he's getting a Jagdpanzer. That is not necessarily what I'd recommend, but then again, I'd never recommend it currently, so I suppose my opinion on that is a bit pointless. M20 there, doing what he can, and there you go, Jagdpanzer 4-70V. Technically, the name for this was actually a Panzer 4-70. The Yak was actually taken out. I believe it was an attempt to make the Americans, well, the Allies believe that they actually managed to make a Panzer 4 with the same gun of a Panther. So, little fun fact there, the name is technically not fully correct. And the V is just basically sort of to refer to which model it was, since there were two models of this one. One from Volmark as the V, and sort of tells, and also one by Alkit, which actually made the Stu 3G. And the one from Alkit actually was a lot more boxy and a lot more, well, less impractical. So, little fun facts there, little fun facts. Also fun fact, the gun was actually too long even then. It actually had a slight chance of tipping over, getting dirt into the gun. If that got blocked in a fight, well, the entire thing would blow up. So, another little detail there. Looks like some armor on the way here, finally, for once over, an M8A1 Scott. Airborne here continue to hold up things quite nicely, closing in the veteran 3 officer moving in, supporting nearby troops. The false here is close to getting wiped out down to one man with a punch Shrek. Now we do note that the once over is possessing a much better grasp of the map here. Motor carriage rolling around.
Prepare for action. Prepare for orders.
M20 and the M8 all in one spot there. First shot kills Fritz. Oh dear, he's actually laying down the mine. Looks like he cancels it though. We do note anti-tank rifle grenades and a regular grenade actually give a bit of damage to M20. M8 continues to fire them in the hopes of killing some craps there with the 75mm high explosive rounds. And of course got the paratroopers quick to follow up in as well. If you see the Panzer was quick to take up position, then they have in fact a good position there versus the airborne who are out in the open versus them in heavy cover. And Veteran 3 and the Gewehr 43s. But there you go, Veteran 3 for the airborne. Troops holding up the point. Constant, they're going to tank it up and then the Jagdpanzer 4. Jagdpanzer 4 up to battle. Looks like another unit is being dropped in, or another anti-tank gun maybe, or even a 50 caliber could work. They'll continue to cut the lieutenant, that will be a bit less sensible. And looks like the Panzer is actually being forced out here due to the presence of the M8 as well. Oh, almost got the entire unit. Further pressure here, trying to relieve the pressure from the centres by trying to outflank the forcing One So to dispatch troops to cover up here. Good job there, maybe. Might be able to break things around. The precision here by the battle group headquarters slowly getting ground into the dirt as the M8 barrages away. Paratroopers though could do with some reinforcement. You got the M20 counter-attacking up north. Veteran T2. Head a bit careful there. An attempt at a rifle anti-tank grenade did not quite pay off. And the airborne here holding out despite only being 3 members though, but still with their 2 Browning light machine guns and veteran T3 can still post quite firm. There go Yak Panthers well being snuck in an attempt to sort of snipe the M8, but sadly One Sober maybe sense. Oh! Damn close there to almost getting them. The Foxes themselves also close to getting wiped out in that one go. Back though to One Sober. 3 rifle squads, 2 paratroopers, and lieutenant and a major. That's quite the major force. Good to go. More shooting there. Almost right on the entire unit. I think the anti-tank can actually kill those. Quite worrisome shooting there. That Panzer IV not really having much of an effect on the battle so far. And there were actually also Yak Panzer IV aces, by the way, in the war. I believe one was actually killed during the battle in the Ardennes by a sniper, actually, of all things. So, little fun fact there. Another paratroop squad there. Germans moving in and just getting absolutely slaughtered there. Looks like the officer went down, causing the rest to panic. Run away! Run away! This is too terrible! And meanwhile, pushing up forces in the centre, the Yak Panzer continues to blast away rather than effectually the troops are getting slaughtered. I mean, this is just basically an execution style situation. A desperate stand here around the building. So many troops, the artillery bearing down anti-tank guns as well. And he's using Take Aim! Great, great. So many players neglect it, but great to see he's actually using it. But Kenmouth left on his own. Further pressure increasing here. Germans in a bad position, building abandoned. M8 could actually move a bit closer to provide further fire support. Panzer, they're gaining veteran 5. Grenades going off, and looks like a rifle unit was wiped out. The paratroopers are beginning also to look a bit bad there, and there we go. The M8 finally moved up to unleash high explosive rounds once more. Bit of a nasty engagement there. Troops reinforcing a building. Another good shot there. Jackson on the way to probably deal with the armour. Never mind, there might actually be something that actually poses a threat now to once over here in the form of the Stuka Fuss, pulled up from the Panzerpionier Abteilung. More Panzerfusiliers ending up dead. And there we go, no survivors in the church!
They got wiped out.
Those big rockets, by the way, knocked it out. I think those were the second biggest rockets they actually had. They also had some at 32 centimeters, actually. Fun fact, they were actually fired by a Nebelwerfer. So little fun fact there. More barraging, troops moving forward here. Volksgrenadiers moving ahead. Panzerfusiliers nearby as well. No sign of the officer though. M20 continues to provide excellent fire support there. And Yak Panzer opening up there with its 75mm high velocity gun. Almost getting it. Almost getting it. Jackson, though, almost soon on the field.
A capture point is under attack. Tank destroyer is ready for orders. Steady up.
Looks like One So is going a bit on the defensive here due to the blizzard. And perhaps not quite knowing his opponent's movements, he seems to be sort of setting up here around his own spare point, which are the major leads here with the ambulance. So we basically have both spare points almost centered around the munitions here. The American one a bit further away from the German. But again, note, all operations basically happen from here. Attacks largely happen from here, and so on. I mean, if you can identify your opponent's wear point, you can also sort of take measures to then sort of avoid it, or at least sort of maybe try and exploit it if you're clever enough.
Armor here.
Not sure why sending the Jackson south like that, maybe sort of setting up for some kind of ambush. Or he's got some kind of plan in mind out of the way. Obviously, fighting. He could try and use sort of target some units with it using his abilities.
Falling casualty to the cold.
More units dying there due to the cold. Lieutenant charging in heroically. And there you go, the Storm Pony is doing quite the work there. Veterans in free by the way, could have got about Lieutenant all calls to die. And Lieutenant Dan went down. Murdered there by the Sturm Pioniere and the officer. No survivors. Got the Jackson moving up there from the south. Through the blizzard. Maybe he's using the blizzard to cover up. He might be trying for an ambush here. On the Sturkasufus. Arriving up here, the hole's not looking good. In fact, he's losing a lot of infantry very quickly. Once over. Out, there we go. Crikey. That could prove to be quite the advantage there for one. Jove, if you're not careful.
A capture point is being overrun.
There we go. Got a hit down the Sturkasufus. One more shot. No, he gets away. Due to the blizzard, he can't see very far either. And now we see the Jagdpanzer IV moving back. Paratroopers moving up ahead. Jagdpanzer took one hell of a shot there, of course. Paratroopers continue to follow up here and try and do some damage. He's likely trying to keep getting that, but now he also thinks up there for very close to getting that. He might want to get the Jagdpanzer first if he can. But no, in the end, Jagdpanzer IV got the Jackson there.
We just lost a medium tank.
Go a bit around along here in the front of the Jagdpanzer IV, giving it a chance there to apparently something else finish off things. And there goes Sturkasufus firing back, and Paratroopers need to go away. Oh, good lord, he just lost a Paratrooper unit. In fact, he's down to very few units at the moment. Some heavy casualties there delivered absolutely brutally. 2 once over. And actually, no, now that actually equals in kills and damage. So right here, while once over was actually dominant for quite some time now, after this engagement here, with things due to the blizzard there, part of it was a good idea, but in the end, the execution had some issues. I mean, you take risk by attacking in the blizzard. There's some advantages, but also disadvantages. In this case, the disadvantages hurt him more. Plus, Jove here was able to quickly rally with the Sturkasufus, and now once over is in a bit of a nasty spot. More paratroopers are getting called in, more light machine guns on the way. Certainly another way of dealing with that kind of attrition, just get more gentlemen with lots of light machine guns with the paratroopers and the forces of counter-attack, or the Fusiliers. And forces of counter-attack versus the paratroopers here while quickly dropping dead due to a lack of heavy weapons. Whoa, quickly getting off some good kills there with the M8. There we go. Veteran C5, Panzer is led here by the officer. Definitely bad news of the paratroopers. And there, oh, excellent hit there from the M8. Almost wiping out the unit. There we go. No, they got the Panzer Fusiliers on retreat, but the officer though was able to shout at the paratroopers menacingly enough to convince them that they might want to get away. Maybe some insults about what their parentage was. Maybe something involving hamsters and elderberries. Also noting these rear Southern troops have actually done well. They've got 13 kills. They're veteran to 5. That's impressive.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Crikey. That could be bad news there for Jove as well. Sturkasufus continue to fire though. Oh, catches the ambulance and gets the major. Talk about a major blow. Well, we got here the M20 now, Vetri 2 increasing its lethality much more by high accuracy and a high rate of fire. That's definitely only going to make it worse there with the German infantry. Another Jackson on the way. Oh, the Jagdpanzer IV finally got a kill. There you go, forces moving up the rear troops there, firing back as most impressively as they can, but there you go, the officer quickly turning tanks around there. Jagdpanzer needs to be a bit careful there. There we go, nice shot there. shot there from the M8 as well. Got outmaneuvered there. Another shot there. That Yak Panzer could very well be dead there. Okay, for the setting up. It will be in time. And there we go. Yak Panzer 4 kaput. It is no more. Though the Kennefer might get the Jackson in return. Shots there from the flak emplacement, which seemingly got the previous one, by the way. Paratroopers continue to up here. They could try and lay down a demo chance, then again they might come under fire here. M8 moving up support, but need to get away there before the full front here of the German infantry fires back. Fresh Panzer has been called in, by the way, to replace the ones constantly lost. And looks like another paratroops get called in. Apparently, the 82nd is left to do most of the fighting from now on. The infantry division apparently no longer being able to spare any more men. Or maybe preferring to leave it to the paratroopers. Who knows? Point blank there versus the M8 Scott. They got lucky there. Over to Jove though, who's now actually got the larger infantry force, though probably also helps that once over is remaining just with paratroopers. He's not, for example, getting replaced from lieutenant, just getting riflemen, and also enough he's not getting any, say, upgrades for them, so very much relying here on elite troops. Now trading for munitions, by the way, as well. Probably to get more Gewehr 43s, that way increases anti-infantry firepower much more rapidly. Folks, they're close, getting wiped out. Shite it. Nice shot there with the Panzer Schreck again. And a quick Stielhandgranate. Heavy fighting around points. Jackson here. Safely repaired. Now things are sort of getting more split up. There's less sort of direct action. Both players are just trying to harass as much as possible. In particular, Jove sort of feeling his opponent doesn't have a lot of infantry. And to some extent, then once I was taking advantage of that, having basically the advantage in 1 versus 1 engagement there, thanks to his paratroopers, in particular with the veteran ones. And of course, the M8 can also quickly turn things around. Jove is sort of trying to get the same advantage, using the Stukas of Wood sort of quickly bomb out and precision, but he's not really on the same scale since the M8 can basically keep up a much better rate of fire there. There we go, Foska is suppressed. Officer about to get wiped out as well. There we go. And the Foska's got forced off as well. In fact, it's getting very close to Veterancy 3 already. And looks like he's calling in more paratroopers. This is absolutely well, something else. I don't think I've actually ever seen a player go that heavy on paratroopers. I mean, last time I saw that, we were playing Company of Heroes and they had recoilless rifles. So this is a bit of a new experience, I suppose, the one we might have to get more used to. Puma on the way here for Joe, maybe switching up back to fuel. Still no sign of schwerer Panzer at quarters, or maybe an attempt at a Panther. More artillery fire there, paratroops moving forwards. Recreational troops also moving ahead there. There we go, and advance there, but straight in front of the paratroopers, lots of light machine guns, artillery fire, and other fun things. And there you go, quickly seeing casualties build up. The head-on assault heat is struggling a bit. Fox is also ending up Prisoner, trying to hold the field there. Versus further assault there, that might actually work out, particularly versus the paratroopers out in the open and not to veteran. Okay, Meth here being supported by the... Oh, I got a hit there, but might not last long. And we got the Puma moving back in. And opening up there upon the paratroopers in the attempt to sort of turn things around. The officer continues to direct the fight here, continues to reinforce the fight around the battle group headquarters. Essentially Jove's last line of defense now. Stuka the Fuß actually here to rate to fire balance. Right here could actually prove to be quite devastating. I could line around here, sort of forcing him to sort of retreat and then retreat straight into the rocket ballast, just comes down behind him. Although you probably should consider doing something about assume troops are continuing to suffer heavily. A Kertenwerfer cleared out. Even got the rear troops moving in there to do a bit of damage. Quickly getting a good kill in there before being rushed off. Panzer Fusiliers almost getting wiped out again. Down to one man, forced to run, and we've got assault artillery available here. Looks like some... Ooh, he's actually got some pathfinders since beacons are going up. Good job there, helps with cons. This also allows his paratroops to reinforce to the front line, by the way. Not a bad idea then to sort of basically coordinate the two. Absolutely excellent grenade there by the paratroopers. Almost wiped out there. And I think the beacon did not make it out of there as well.
Prepare for combat.
Very nasty engagement there. Not sure what he's intending to do with all that munitions. And so maybe upgrade troops, but again, maybe a well-placed assault artillery could do a bit of work for him. Looks like a grenade throw there seemed to have bugged up, but there you go. Finally goes off first the airborne or paratroopers. More that are moving in with rear echelons as well. We got the Pathfinders acting as spotters maybe here for the M8 Scott. South seems to have been slightly abandoned here now. Seems like Jove is pushing all efforts towards the north. And on Winter Zamorsky, I mean that makes... Oh, not Winter Zamorsky, but Winter Kharkov. Oh, not Kharkov, Holotny Farmer. Good lord, I'm not really good with the maps for some reason all of a sudden. At least their names. But he's basically trying to get the 2 victory points out there. Basically keeping things in his favour. I mean, it makes sense strategically on this map. Whom also doing a bit here, but it could easily afford to get a bit closer to the paratroopers for more damage. More beacons up there. Reinforcing around the beacons as well. Again, that is an ability the paratroopers do possess. And it's good to see actually someone make use of it. So another thumbs up there to once over. On the counterattack continues to regain the northern points. No attempt to even say harassing the south. He might want to use the Panzer Fusiliers for that. Reasons while they could stand to get out of there. They're about to freeze to death. We go Jackson moving forward, Pathfinder's moving as well, and we've of course still got the M8 Scott firing away, closing in on the 40. Heroic kills there. There we go, another close quarters engagement there. Almost getting the fellows. But there goes Sugars, who's firing back. Not quite as good. Did some damage there. The Jackson actually gaining veteran 2. High rate of fire then. Small victory. Paratroopers leading another assault there. I mean, very easy sort of strategic shift there by one, so with all the paratroopers. Again, a bit rare. Also a bit expensive and a bit risky in some regards. Who's not careful. But so far seems to be pulling it off. The officer seems to be very not holding himself back, not really adding to the fight. It seems to have been an odd move there by Jove, to be honest. You'd imagine he'd use the officer more, sort of push his troops forward, or just use the abilities a bit more, but so far it's only used one forced retreat, never say any target them.
Weather is lifting. Stand by for confirmation.
And there we go. Paratrooping stopped there by the might of the Sturm Officer and his men. Grenade! Oh! Almost wiping out the entire unit, leaving behind only the officer. Joe's maneuver seems a bit more frantic at the moment.
The weather has cleared. Return to normal operations.
Puma moving out. Would be a good spot for a grenade here, and there goes Shielhandgranate away. If it gets thrown. Seems to have a bit of a delay on it for some reason. Seems to have stopped trading resources one way or the other.
Reconnaissance wagon under fire.
There go. We're getting off some more kills. Not sure why Wanzo was bringing the Jackson like that. That seems a bit blind. In fact, there we go. Anti-tank rifle grenade. We could see the Jackson there getting knocked out if he's not careful. Though it looks like the rifle grenade failed to penetrate the armor of the Jackson. Puma and Panzer and Fox moving in there. Looks like the Jackson though will safely escape. Although we might see the paratroops acting as a screen then. And Joe's southern harassment quickly stopped there with the appearance of another paratrooper unit down south. Puma having a little trouble here versus all those paratrooper squads. The machine guns only knock damage. But there we go, the Jackson adding in a bit more punch, and there we go. We could see the Puma actually go down there, but no. Quick smoke screen there saves the day, just barely. Of course, was there behind all of this, getting suppressed. The sheer amount of bullets going their way is absolutely terrifying for them.
The enemy has cut our supply chain.
More artillery, more grenades. Unit entirely almost wiped out there. And back to once over. His forces getting securely built up. There's several high veteran paratroopers.
We're at 200 points. Gun ready.
And the Scot here just continues to be an absolute pain in the ass for Joe's forces. Still no sign any further taking up. I'm surprised at that. No Panzer or anything, just Pumas it would seem. And there we go, another forced retreat. Not before little parting gift is delivered by the United States Army.
Square away your stations. Lock down the shell. Looks like we're going in.
But 4 paratrooper squads.
We're back to full strength.
That's definitely a bit beyond the usual. Anti-tank rifle grenade this time actually made it through. We got the Pathfinder turning in here, quickly picking off any wounded men. And there you go, just one hell of a... Oh, blob, come now. Jove. You see one solo quick retreats in the face of this. And looks like someone dropped a Browning because the Fultzers actually got one. That could actually be bad news for the Americans if properly used. It looks like they got wiped out on retreat, paratroopers and the Pathfinders. One hell of a strike there from the Stukas of Fuss, booming in there, trying to get off some shots there on the Jackson. Nice shot there, but there we go. End target. Jamming the turret. And there we go, he's actually using the Scot to lay down a smoke screen. Now that's rarely seen in tactic, a clever tactic you can use, but most players just use to cover up the tank themselves, use another. But in this case though, the pathing went wrong, sadly. Sadly, probably due to the presence of the Scot too close to it, maybe, I don't know. And then the idea was nice, but it flawed there in execution, but right here we might see that Joe might actually mess up things. There's he actually bunts up, it's so close. There we go, artillery and other things, they just tear through them. So not really well used there with the Fultz Grenadiers, and once over dispatches them quite soundly.
Warning order. A capture point is under attack.
Another Jackson on the way, it would seem to replace the one lost.
Final checks.
Puma continues to repairs. It's by the way reached Vetchency 2. Another Stukas of Fuss barrage here. Almost getting the paratroopers. Almost, but not quite. And of course the question is, well, once more replace the paratroopers, or will he just keep at things, or maybe get some riflemen instead?
Contact! Crowd infantry!
There's also a notably large difference in population sizes, but so far, I mean, despite all that, he's holding up. Oh! Rear troops seem to have finally died out. No survivors. Also, a ton of fuel there for once over. A ton of fuel.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Though clearly Jove is not out of the fight yet.
Stand by! Order! We're losing a capture point.
Folks, we need to be a bit careful. Steel hand grenade doesn't do too much.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Folks is moving in. Not the ones with the Browning, they seem to be flanking about there. You could see the Scot actually forced away there. Nice shooting, Friedrich. More artillery fire, more grenades, more pain, more bloodshed, and another Puma as well. And now we're actually getting a Sherman, so looks like he's finally handing in some army here to deal with things. Good job there. There you go, Jackson 8 gets off a nice shot there on the Puma. Joe needs to be careful about swinging about in the open like that. They are not tanks. They are not tanks. But this has been quite the long fight with a lot of sort of turns and twists. And seems like here as the game is prolonged, Joe seems to be encountering more and more issues. His tactics seem to be getting a bit more and more rough, a bit more brutish and less advanced. Relying less and less on flanking on maneuver and just more about brute force.
Tank support is here. Sherman.
There we go, the Sherman is ready. The paratroopers might also soon be ready to go on to the next life if they're not careful there. Obviously doing what can support them. We got the M8 Scot moving back once more. 45 kills, that thing has definitely done quite well there for the United States. Another Sherman on. Another Sherman. And he's switching out high explosive rounds here to deal with the infantry. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, and again he encounters the blob. I mean, again, it seems like here Joe's tactics are evolving a bit. Forcing away the Jackson successfully though. 50 caliber on the way as well here for the Shermans. Good, good. But with that, it's definitely going to be more and more difficult here for Joe Chack to do anything, since he's going to be encountering a lot of high close shots. There we go. Excellent hit there from the M8. Another series of great shots. Puma's following up. Vodka and the odds getting wiped out there, not even going to use their Brownings, which they so heroically pilfered from a few corpses. Nice shot there from Scott, by the way, on the Puma. We do note here that Wanso was a bit behind on victory points compared to Jove, so I suppose there's a victory possibility there for Jove if things keep at it like they are.
A capture point is being overrun.
Since currently Wanso has forced us, but there's a lot more offensive punch. Also, the centre is actually quite open for maybe a rush out with Stukas of course. Looks like that was misjudged for once. Not a very well placed barrage. Armour moving in from north. They might see him striking north here, in which case we could see a lot of damage inflicted actually upon Jove's forces in particular, if he does finally catch that Stukas of Fuss and put a bloody end to it.
Sherman ready to go. Gun ready.
There we go. Barraging to knock out the Kidnapper, opening up for further armoured assault there. And one more shot or two, and that's dead. There we go, taught, and that should thus further open up further for one soldier to actually just push in with his armour. Since there's less and less that Joe can actually muster now to stop this armoured push, in particular the two Shermans with the high explosive rounds and the M8 Scot. 10 kills in the Puma, by the way. So far, that seems to have done more than the Yak Panther 4 ever did. And there you go. We actually do see a bit of that ability to aim down troops. There we go. The armor's on the move. Polska seems to finally got a hit there on the Scot. Puma's almost getting wiped out. Polska's one. There you go, Puma out of control, kaput! No, now we know Jove's forces in counting some serious problems, so they really can't defend anymore. Getting absolutely blasted into the dirt here. Scot just continuing to rake in those kills. 54 kills now with its little howitzer. Back to Jove. Striking back once more, lashing out like a wounded lion. Almost getting the M8 there, almost, and actually getting close to Veterancy 3.
All units are to take immediate action. All set.
A third Puma out here for Jove. Oh, well, a second one for lost. And there you go. Force again taking another hit there from the high close of rounds. Knight big aim to get the Sherman there. Might. So very close. But not quite. Quick improvised repairs out on the Blizzard. They can barely see what they're repairing. In fact, might be repairing something entirely different than they thought they were. Looks like they finally got another unit. That might have been another paratrooper squad there then. 4-1-0, that's actually going to be a bit hurtful. He's down now to just, well, his armor, tank destroyer, and 2 squads of paratroopers. The question is, will Joe be able to break through to that nonetheless? Attempted getting the Scot. Getting awfully close though. Almost got it. Quick pop smoke. Puma following in. Slightly hazardous situation here. Oh, he's actually using aim shot. And he takes out almost half the unit there, in fact. An impressive use of it, by the way. It can be used by infantry, though it's not necessarily always going to get you that much effect, though, as they were clumped up there. It actually had some decent effect. And there you go, Puma down. Nice flanking assault there on the Pumas, and showing they can actually easily get a whack there. Excellent to execute there, but once over. So once Jove actually thought he might have a chance of getting things around, once over, once more turned things around. They might be able to get the Sherman here. At the same time, he could lose the Volksgunners if he's not careful.
Stand by for confirmation.
And we're noting there another Sherman. He's certainly not giving up on those. The one up here, by the way, fully repaired, ready to join in as well. Jove's forces ever tattered and barely holding on. Another Stuka barrage here, maybe home to get the infantry.
Weather is cleared. Return to normal operations.
Still got a few kills there. And getting very close to Victory 3. And there you go, the Shermans arrive from the north. Unleashing a torrent of high explosive shots there upon the German infantry. Bit exposed, but thanks to the light cover though, it will be a bit less likely to get wiped out in one go. Due to being a bit harder to hit. As light cover overall makes troops harder to hit. And there we go, another Puma on the way here. Seems like Jove is without options due to the lack of spare punch headquarters. And it's just throwing more and more Pumas at it though, despite the fact that at this stage they're rather limited in what they can do. And there we go, Ken have cleared out again. Wiping out the Ken effort. But once over, we should strongly consider getting some more infantry, since I fear he might be facing some issue if he's not careful. Pushing forward again there, Sherman close to getting knocked out, other Sherman moving in. Of course got the Scot firing as well. And there we go, nice aim shot there, jamming the turret. That was bloody close. As well, Puma almost taken out of commission. And there you go, Scot gutted. An excellent shot there by the Scot. Actually, 2 vehicle kills. Main gun down there and down as well. Paratroopers moving ahead there, folks, was clumped up. They might be able to force the Sherman away there with the punch reflex. The paratroopers calls get a good hit. There we go. Shots, artillery, grenades. Wiping out. There we go. The Volkswagen with the Browning had no chance. Grenade on the paratroopers though. Doing almost a trick there. But we are seeing Jove's forces getting absolutely worn out there, wiped out. Another Sherman there just now. All the Shermans being unleashed here. Seems like once over had enough and is just forcing a breakthrough now, no matter the cost. And it seems like his judgment was correct, since at this stage Jove has nothing to really hold back with. Another unit wiped out there, and in the end, game over. Jove surrendered. The 116th forced to fall back. The assault has failed. Many men has been lost. Much equipment has also been lost. And all in all, rather brutal battle there. Interesting decision there by both players. I'll ignore the Yak Panzer IV bit, though I really have to point out, compared to the Pumas, it really didn't do much in this fight. I really though have to say, I think he should have gone for the Schwerpanzer headquarters. I mean, he could later follow up with the battle group headquarters or whatever he wanted, but I think the Schwerpanzer headquarters would in part allow to secure things a bit better, but also allowed him some Obersoldaten and Panthers. I mean, he really lacked something to really properly support an assault. He was too reliant on infantry, and he was also essentially lacking something to support that infantry and move, say, reinforce and heal or whatever. And I mean, that in the end pretty much meant that whenever he made any progress, once over could much more easily throw it back and gain it back and then push forwards. And he used tank sword, he used H4, he could really deliver the damage, he could really bleed him out. And note there the difference, 330 kills versus 255. I mean, that's quite a few men lost there in comparison. So, I mean, in the end, the strategy just relied on Volkswagens and Panzerforces in the end rather was short-sighted due to the presence of the high explosive rounds, but also really that Scott there, absolutely excellent infantry killer, in particular as it gained veterans. It turned to be absolutely lethal. They even knocked out several of the lighter vehicles that Jove possessed. So, I mean, overall, once over had a nice unit composition. I mean, it was a bit of a risky play there with the paratroopers only. I think he should have gone for some more regular infantry afterwards to support that, but in the end he was able to make up for that with the Sherman. So overall, a nice shift in strategy and tactics there. His beginning was a bit rough, but in the end he came about. But yeah, I mean, the interesting play there was with the officer. A bit rare to see, but a nice to see him use. He actually did quite well, in fact. But again, I have to say, I think he could have done with his resources a bit better here and there, and maybe a quick assault artillery could have proven decisive as well. In the end, though, he was forced to rely basically on Pumas, and even that only helped for as long as until the armor arrived in sufficient numbers that even the Pumas couldn't really hold that back. At that point, it was pretty much game over, and the rest was basically just desperate struggle there from Jove to not get annihilated, basically. So in the end, it was a bit of a faulty unit composition that betrayed him. So I would say there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. Share it with friends, family. And, also feel free to disable AdBlock if you're using that. That would be most appreciated by me. Otherwise, send in your own replays or provide feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers and hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.